Howdy! Well, my new rings came, so I'm out here in the shed fitting the rings to the cylinders. I've got, I don't know if you can see or not, but I've got some nails in this board here, and I've got each set of rings hanging there. For each cylinder, I got them numbered, and we got the book over here. Well, you're not going to be able to read it. Trust me, right here it says for the top ring 8 thousandths, 12 thousandths. The next ring is 6 to 8 thousandths, and the oil ring, bottom ring, is 4 to 6 thousandths. So we're going by, you know, my book, which is absolutely falling apart here. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So I was just going to show you kind of the process I'm using. It's kind of a mixture of the way I've seen a lot of guys do it. So, and of course, it's without the proper tools or the right things to measure with. You know, just the way we do things around here. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'll just say it now. We're reusing the old cast pistons because everybody's running out of parts. That's the only way I can put it. There might be some 6 months from now, but that's not going to do me any good right now. So we put in the new rods, and we got them sized to the crank. Now we're fitting the piston rings, and I've got some new piston pins, rod pins, which I got off eBay and paid a pretty penny for, because guess what? They're not available anymore. So that's where we're at on this. We're just putting in new rings, rebabbited rods, new rod pins, putting the head back on, and starting it up. That's where we've come. We started here, you know, with the land speed record, and we moved down a little, made a couple more phone calls, came down to here, called everybody I knew, looked all over eBay. Okay, we're down here now. Okay, yeah, this is where we're at. This is probably where we're going to stay now. So, a little disappointing, but hey, I'll be able to drive it, and it's never going to be the fastest Model T anyway, so what the hell am I worried about? Around here we got hills all over the place. With these 4-to-1 gears and an engine that just runs decent, I'll be able to have a barrel of monkeys with it. So, that's all I'm worried about. See, I'm an old guy. I can justify anything. Just give me 10 minutes. That's all I need. All right, here we go. Okay. These are, am I recording? Did I hit the button? Is it on? Okay. These are 30 over rings. I'm going to flip this so I can kind of see what I'm doing here. Right here, 30 overs. Pistons, I found out, are 25 over. So we bought 30 over rings. And where's the top? says top on there somewhere. There we go. Now, we're going to slide them in this way, down a little bit, and then turn them and see if it'll go in the bore, and it still doesn't. So, we come over here where I've got, I don't know if you can see it or not, I've got a file in my vise, okay? So, we take this and we file. Trying to be as straight and as uniform as possible. A little bit on that side. A little bit on this side. Okay, now we come back over here. I know it says top on there somewhere. There it is. And we slide it in the bore. And maybe you guys could see better if I don't have all these gloves on. I don't really need them. And we see if it'll set down in there. Not quite yet. So we're going to go ahead and file this some more. This is a very exciting process. What better does a guy have to do in February, huh? Come over here. Oh, I can feel what I'm doing so much better without the damn gloves. And in, whoop, is that top? Yeah, that's top. Oh, we're getting closer every time. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and we'll be back. All right. Now we'll come over here and try this one more time. Top into the bore. Okay, it fits in the bore. Now we'll take the piston, even it out in there. Let's see what we got for a gap. 10 fits. 12 fits. Close enough. But what we want to do is get that rod out of my way and put this in here. Now these old bores, more than likely they're tapered because, you know, it's an old engine. So we're going to push that down there a ways. Take our feelers here. Where are we at? 12. 12 fits there. Fits there. I think, well, that's 10, but that's okay. So there is a little bit of taper on them. Whoops. But when you get up here, to where this is the top ring, by the way, and when you get up here to where she fires, right about there, and you pick up your crap you dropped on the floor. Let's see, is that a 12? Yeah, that's 12. 12 fits in there. Good enough. Close enough for jazz, that's for sure. And then we go over here. Over there. And it's all blurry. Okay, go over there with our ring. We hang it on the appropriate nail. Here's our second ring. And then we just do the same process half a bazillion times, and then you're done. Easy as pie. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'll be back. Oh, phone's ringing. Hello. Hi. Oh man, that's a hard choice. White beans or brown beans? Let's go with brown beans, and maybe I'll whip up a batch of Johnny cake too. Bye. Having beans for supper. You probably gathered that. I'm gonna make some Johnny cake. Rest of you probably call that cornbread, but you know, we gotta be different here. Alright. We'll hang this over here. Go in and get a can of beef broth down for my wife so she can make beans. And I'll be back when I'm done with this, probably late March. Well, I'm to the point that I want to clean out the bolt holes for the head bolts, these here. Well, not these, but the nickel plated ones. I don't have a tap, so I'm going to take this old head bolt and make it into kind of a half-ass cleaning tap. That's the theory anyway. So let's see if we can do it. Hopefully that'll take care of it. I see my battery's dying. I don't know if you can kind of see the end of that or not. Good enough for me. I got myself another bargain at the Salvation Army junk store. At least we're going to find out if it's a bargain or if it's just a paperweight. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, yeah. $10. It's worth $10 to try it, isn't it? I'm sure it's not the highest quality one. Looks like, good Lord, that's half-inch drive on there. Let's, I got some air in my tank. Let's try it out. Where's the end? Oh. Now this thing's gonna pop off like crazy. No, I guess it's not. Ah, gee, money. Christmas? Oh. That's where you... It says read and understand manual before use. I guess that ship has sailed, huh? 90 PSI max. What am I got going here? I got about 70 in there. How the heck do you reverse this thing? There we go. Wow. $10. Always kind of wanted one. I can feel like I'm on the wall at NASCAR, buzzing them wheels off. You know, back when NASCAR was stock car racing, not, you know, go-karts with high-powered engines. That's enough of that. Okay, well, we are going to carefully, as carefully as we can, put these rings on these pistons. Now, these are 1/4 inch rings, so if you go out and you buy this thing, you're going to have to spread these apart because they don't want to fit over them. I think I got mine spread apart enough, but it might need a little bit more. I think it does. See how it fits in there now. There we go. Oop. Okay. This must be the swearing part. Aha! She's on there. Oil ring, here's number 2. Make sure that says top right on there. Make sure that always does that. I still have battery. Am I recording? Can you hear me? That one fought me. God bless happened my way. Yeah, that didn't seem right. I've made a mistake already. Now can I get it off there without breaking the damn thing? Yep, knocking everything over. This is going to be a lot of swearing. Oh, got it off. Somehow I hung this up wrong. That is so easy to do. Oh, are they all going to fight me this much? Huh? Oh, you son of a bitch. I think we're going to have to stop here for a break. Okay, after much swearing, got them on there, got my tool to where it actually does something. Now, from what I understand, this goes toward the front, this mark I put on here. What I understand, the best way to do this is your gap on this side away from the camshaft. Camshaft's over here, and then clock these at a third, but not over this area here where it's indented. So like that and like that. That makes sense to me. There's one. I'm not going to make you watch me do this, 3 more times. Well, as you can see, I've got all the rings on the pistons. Put the rings from this piston on that piston twice. These two I actually got right. I don't know. You lay stuff out, you number it. You write it all on a piece of paper, put it in a bank vault, take it up to the credit union, put it in your safe deposit box, and you still put the sons of bitches on the wrong piston. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. If you have a Model T and have done any of this, you know all this already, but there might be somebody that's crazy enough to work on one of these cantankerous things. These piston pins have a slot in them right there. That's for that bolt to go through. So you slide this in, making sure that you've got it all orientated the right way. Yep. Slide this in, slide this part through here. Now you can jam these in here. I don't suggest it, because that'll ruin everything. So just gently wiggle it down in there. Now I've got a lock washer on there, so you can either use a split pin or whatever. I gotta get some wrenches. Hang on. This is the other thing. Can you see this here? This rod I got in there. And of course, before you tighten it down, make sure you did it right. Yeah. Okay. Slide that through your pin and use that to, put your force onto this rod, not this rod. Okay, I think 20 is sufficient for that. I really do. There we go. That's 20, 22, somewhere in there. Feels good. I may put a cotter pin in there, I don't know. Anyway, there's one. Hey there. I'm just doing a little bit of editing here for next week's show. I retired a few years ago, and about that same time I bought my Model T and I started on that project. Soon after that, I started my YouTube channel. The reason being is I needed something that would keep me busy between retirement and, interment. Now, for you guys that are just about ready to retire, I'm going to give you a few pointers. Now, soon as you retire, probably in the first week, you and your wife will be having your morning coffee. And you're going to look across the table and say something that you will immediately regret. And it's going to go something like this. You know, before I retired, I had that office running at peak efficiency. And I've got a few ideas that could streamline things around here. For the rest of the day, except for the slamming cupboard doors, things are going to be pretty quiet around the old homestead. You are going to have to find something to occupy your time for the next, I don't know, 20 years or so. You see, to keep peace on the home front, you're going to have to find something that will occupy your time for 6 to 8 hours a day, minimum. What you need is a project. Now, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be expensive. You just need something to go out in the garage and tinker with. And it has to be small enough that your kids can throw it in the dumpster after you die. Also, it's a good idea to look up some of your old buddies from high school, and then you'll have somebody to hang out with out there and talk about how the government's running the country into the ground. Now, this is important. Make sure you really enjoy the first few years of your retirement, because eventually your health and your money is going to run out. Now, as far as your health, well, 70s were a lot of fun, weren't they? As far as your money, well, you'll figure out ways to adapt. Have you ever wondered what cat food tastes like? Well, after you get done paying for the new knees, you're going to find out. Now, for the necessities of life, like toilet paper and dish soap and, I don't know, T-bone steaks and flat screen TVs, I always use the self-checkout at the local big box store. Man, that saves me a fortune. Look, retirement is fine. It's wonderful. You just need something to occupy yourself, so you're not spouting off your ridiculous ideas around your wife. And one more thing, I almost forgot. Make sure you look up those old buddies from high school. Yeah, eventually you're going to need to borrow some money. Well, here we are. This is a big day. We're going to put the pistons back in the engine. So, yeah, we got everything cleaned up here. I got to do a wipe down yet, and then just start from front to back, work our way back. I'll film some of that. Seemed like there was something else I wanted to tell you. There always is. I probably said this before, but in like 3 days we're supposed to be darn near 70. That'll be a good day to do a test start on this, so I'm kind of under the gun here. I want to get this done, so come along for the ride. And I'm sure there's more disappointment to come. There always is. Okay, here we go. Gitchy, yeah. Okay, well, all right. Let's grab number one here. And I guess what we'll do first is take these nuts off. I bought new lock washers, so we'll put all this in a pile. My main thing is to make sure my shims stay in their appropriate place and appropriate side. I'm not overly impressed with the dippers they sell now. I mean, they're just tapped out tin, but they haven't flown apart yet, so we're going to continue to use them. Okay. This has to be done very, very carefully. Where's the cleanest dirty rag I got here? I guess this one. We're going to wipe that out. We'll put new oil in there. Okay. I want to put some oil down in there. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I need to. I've got a lock washer on that bolt, but you know what? Just for the hell of it, let's just put a cotter key to stop it from backing out. I'll show you how that goes in there. Probably end up in the bottom of the pan someday, but that's all right. Here, look, hang on. Okay. I can't see a darn thing, neither can you. Okay, you see how that pin is in there? See this part here? It's up against the rod. This is up against it, so it can't turn this way. It can't unscrew. It doesn't do you any good to just put a cotter key in there, because it's not going to do nothing. It's just, it'll turn. But you've got to bend these so they're up against the rod. I don't know if I'm explaining that very good or not, or if you can actually see that. And then of course do down the other one so it can't turn in there. But it's definitely not moving now. So now let's see, I want a clean rag now, because we want to make sure these are plenty clean. Is that number one? Yep. Yeah, that was good. Got that stuck in there. Here we go. Let's oil her up. It's 47 degrees in here, so the oil's nice and goopy, almost like assembly lube. Oil ring gap away from the cam, and then just clock these. It's kind of in thirds. The way I understand it, these move all over the place when the engine's running, so I don't know. Alright, we got that. There, that'll be my third hand. Oh. The second guessing begins, because you know that's just what I do when I do a project. I spend 5 minutes doing the project and 3 or 4 days second guessing myself. So let's go over here and see if we can slap it in. Okay, here we go. Number one. Remember, this bolt holds the wrist pin in toward the cam. And here we go. And it's backwards. Nope. Okay. I hate this part because I always feel like I'm breaking a ring. feeling some hooking up here. She's in. Okay, could you see where I'm at? I've got all my goodies right here where I can knock them over and ruin them. Oh shoot, I knew I'd forget something. Get a little. Now, that goes to the back, that goes to the front. There's one bolt. Don't forget, these got a flat side on them so they won't turn. Man, it's easy to get it in there cockeyed. If you're me, I don't know, maybe somebody knows what the hell they're doing wouldn't have as much trouble. Okay, and there's the shim Jim. Why are we fighting me here, huh? Okay, here we go. Come on, Mr. Shaky, get it on there. Here's where those bolts turn on you and you'll have them in cockeyed. See, that one's pushed all the way up. There we go. There we are. Okay, now you have to, at this point, you need to grow like 2 more hands. These dippers, the dippy thing, toward the cam. Oh man, that is tricky. Well, of course it's gonna. Why wouldn't it jam up, huh? Why wouldn't it? Nope, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna have to put it on without a nut, because the thingamajig there is, the dipper is cockeyed on the bolts and it won't go up. So what we're gonna do is this. You know, the hole in the bolt goes front to back, so if you've got any question of whether you have it right or not, that's front to back. The hole for the pin, split pin, cotter key, split pin, bobby pin, all them things we call it. Supposed to get up to 52 today. Pretty nice. Is that seated in there? Yeah, that's seated. I not only put these lock washers on here for added safety, but the new rod bolts, you need a bit of a spacer in there to get them out to where the cotter key does you any good. You know, if the nut goes on so far that the cotter key hole is just hanging out in space, it's not going to stop anything from turning. So, you know, you've got to get it in. The hole has to be between these little castle-looking things here. You know, like chess. Let's go with, I don't know. I think 30 is plenty. I really do. There's 30. There's 30. Now what you do, because, you know, The hole never lines up with the slot in the castle nut, ever. Just get a hold of there and move her a little bit. There we go. A hair more. There we go. Got them lined up. Let's see if she turns. Oh! Yeah. Okay, line it up for the next two. You don't need to see, me put in the other three. It's just not necessary. But that's it. That's everything I know about putting those in. And I think I've made all the mistakes so that you can see those also. And now the second guessing begins. Did I? Was it pointed the right way? Are the rings in the right? Oh, brother. All right. I'll show it to you when I'm all done. How's that? Well, that's it for this week. Trying to think, I can't really think of anything I forgot to talk to you about. Oh yeah, this. Yep, all the donations you guys have sent in, I went out and spent it all foolishly. Yes, just what an old man with 3 heart attacks needs. A motorcycle. Yeah. Yamaha 400. And this is a new star of the show, kind of. Eventually. After I find all the parts to put it back together. And some more money. So, there's that. Anyways, found it right here in town. It's a 1977. Happens to be the year I graduated high school. Yes, I graduated high school. I know. Pick yourself up off the floor. Yeah. Anyway, she needs a lot of work. She needs a lot of love. It's an old project that went sideways for somebody, as usual. Didn't pay a lot of money for it. But, eventually we'll start taking her apart, doing this, doing that, throwing more money down a rat hole. Anyways, I'm kind of excited about it, and I thought I would just introduce it. Anyway, thanks everybody that have sent in donations. I mean, I really appreciate it. And if I've missed sending you a personal thanks, I'm very sorry. I won't say I couldn't have got this without them, but it has made it easier. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys watching the show. I mean, I always say, there's not a lot of us, there's just as many as we need. So, if you feel like donating, there's a place to do that. If you don't, if you're thoroughly disgusted that I've just squandered my money, then I don't know, I suppose you could ask for your money back, but it's gone. Sorry, it's gone. I spent it all. Yeah. I'll see you on the next show. We got summer coming up. We got, we got car shows to go to, this, that, and the other thing. I hear on good authority from Bugnut that a Model T, what was it, the 10 millionth or whatever, is going to be passing through my town here, because my town has the Lincoln Highway. And we are going to do our darndest to catch up with that if we can. We're going to really try. Bugnut is going to keep me informed, and that's about it. I'll see you next time on the show, and maybe we'll take a old dirty oily rag to this and see if we can clean it up. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.